Hey, what's up everyone? MonadoMax here. So today we're going to be talking about our ultimate predictions for The Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary. So today we have somebody that I don't even think has appeared in any type of video, no reactions, none of that. We have Xbotter.
Hi, I'm Xbot. Uh, I have some pretty good predictions for this video.
Oh, that's great, that's great. So I'm going to start by asking some
Alright.
questions and then we'll later on talk about your predictions.
Alright.
So first of all, let's just ask the big question. What are your expectations for The Legend of Zelda 35th Anniversary?
Well, I feel like, how they're going with the Mario approach. They're making it all 3D games from what we've heard. So I'm gonna go with the assumption that they're gonna do the same with Zelda, and they're gonna do 3D games, such as like the big ones being Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them probably doing Wind Waker, but from there, maybe Skyward Sword, because that hasn't gotten an HD remake yet, I believe. I'm not too sure.
Right.
But yeah, pretty much 3D games. I don't know if they're going to do anything 2D, because they did do a 2D game recently. Was it Link's Awakening, I think?
Yeah, it was Link's Awakening.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 3D games only. No 2D.
So what I honestly think that they're gonna do is similar to what you just said, except a little bit different. So as recording this, the week of the work recording this, Nintendo did some extreme trademark updates for Zelda this week. Similar for Mario when they did last year. They did some extreme Mario trademarks, and judging from the Mario rumors, we're going to assume that's true for this video. It seems like Nintendo's wanting to do the same thing with Zelda and do collections and stuff like that. So I'm actually predicting Legend of Zelda Triforce Collection. It'll be something called like that. They probably want to, or maybe it'll be like 35th
Yeah.
anniversary. I don't know. I think they're going to throw Wind Waker HD on there, Twilight Princess HD on there, and for the Wii U owners that already own those two games, they're going to throw Skyward Sword HD on there for people that already bought those two games that have interest in buying this collection.
Yeah. That does actually make a little bit of sense, because they, like you said earlier, they haven't done a Skyward. I don't know how to say it. But
Skyward
they
Sword.
they haven't. Yeah, they haven't done one of the. They haven't done like an HD remake of that one yet. And I heard that some people want to have a HD remake of that. So
That would be the most difficult one to make, and I think it just makes sense to put that in since.
Dang.
I think that would make the one makes most sense because of the just because it's well demanded. Sorry guys, if you did not hear that, that was that extreme. That's not editing. That was not editing. Moving. Okay. So, do you think there's going to be any other games that appear in that? I know you mentioned Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time.
I'm hoping that Majora's Mask makes it in there, because that is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time.
It's a good game.
It's one of those. It's like really dark, and I really like how the style of it, like the story and all that. What were you saying?
I was just saying, do you still think, let's just say, these three games, like the one I mentioned, do you think they're going to throw anything else in the collection? Like Majora's Mask is what you mentioned before, and Ocarina of Time.
I feel like if they're gonna throw in one other game between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, probably Ocarina of Time, since that's the better received one. But personally, I want Majora's Mask. But I'm not too sure. They're probably gonna do what you said with like Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. I think they're gonna probably do those three. But I don't know. Maybe they'll do Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask.
I'm not really expecting any more games except those three. If they were to put more, maybe like the first two NES games, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next question. So obviously, if Nintendo really wanted to go out for the anniversary, they still have that unreleased game The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. We haven't heard
Yeah.
anything about it at all this year, actually, ever since E3 2019. Do you think they would release that for the Zelda anniversary? I mean, it would make sense since,
It
yeah.
it would make sense. They did. We did get some news recently. I'm not sure if you heard this, but we got some news that like I think the Spanish dub had already been completed, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure if that means anything, but
Mm-hmm.
that makes me want to believe that they're getting good development on this game.
I actually did not hear
And
anything about that.
I do expect a release. You didn't?
I did
Huh.
not. I'll look
Well,
into that.
yeah. Well, I'd expect a 2021 release date for Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Because, I mean, I believe they just started development after they finished all the DLC, which would be back 2017, 2018.
Right.
But,
They also have the engine already made. I'm assuming they're going ahead and using the old Breath of the Wild engine. So that's like a big thing that takes a lot of development time. So that's already done for them. And
yeah.
I would say the development time would be less for Breath of the Wild 2 than the original Breath of the Wild. So
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I am going to assume that this is going to come out this next year for the 35th anniversary.
Yeah. I'll say it's probably going to be a holiday release. If anything.
Yeah, if it's to come, definitely holiday, because
Yeah.
I just can't imagine,
And that
Yeah.
would sell really well.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like the collection's honestly going to sell more than Breath of the Wild 2, just because. Here's why. You're gonna have people that consider Wind Waker, Twilight Princess just masterpiece games that haven't played the newer Zelda games. You're gonna have that old fan base be like, I really want to relive these old classics. And
Yeah.
I think the collection, similar like Mario 3D collection, that's gonna sell like crazy, just like a Zelda collection would.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Breath of the Wild 2, December 2021, probably something like that.
Probably. I'd say I'm pretty confident it's gonna be a 2021 like late release.
Mhm.
But yeah, we haven't really gotten anything new about it. And if those rumors about the direct are true this month, we're probably gonna see something from it. I expect a new trailer, maybe like a release date trailer, essentially. Maybe like it'll give us a release date of late 2021, early 2022. I don't know. But yeah, that's really all I can say about Legend of Zelda 2. I mean, Breath of the Wild 2.
So, for the last question, till we move on to your predictions, and I got some other predictions. Do you think any new content is going to be added into this collection of games? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. The only one I would expect is maybe Skyward Sword, because Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, they already work great. They're definitely not going to do any updated graphics. They both look beautiful. Well, Twilight Princess could definitely use an updated, but they're not. I think really it's just going to be Skyward Sword that gets all the updated, maybe new content, because they're going to have to update the controls since, motion controls. I'll let you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not too sure if they can add anything, to the other two games that have already been, they've already been released HD.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they're gonna add anything new to those.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that the main selling point of the entire thing will be Skyward Sword, probably, because it'll have all the new content most likely. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. New content for Skyward Sword. Maybe in the collection they'll like do some sort of extra bonus content. I don't know what, but yeah, that's something I was thinking for extra content. Maybe like you said earlier ago, maybe they'll put like SNES Zelda, one of them on there.
All right, so I'm gonna ask, what are your predictions for the 35th anniversary now? Because I know you told me before the call you got some interesting stuff, so I'm interested to hear.
I think if they do the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask way, I feel like they're gonna, cause they got released to HD, and those are like really old poly stuff. I think they're gonna literally just remake, like, I don't know. It feels like a reach, but I feel like they'd remake the entirety of the game, like from, I don't know. They would probably release that as its own, but
Remake. That's a good idea. I mean, that would sell like crazy. So
yeah, that would sell like crazy. But
so similar like a sorry to interrupt, but similar like the Legend of Zelda. Was it called Link's Adventure? What was it?
yeah, Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. Is that what
I
you're talking
think,
about for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask?
yeah, yeah.
That sounds
If
hype.
they do some, that would be a good idea, honestly. And I mean, they could probably, I don't know. That'd feel like a lot of Zelda content in 2021, though, if they were to do the
Yeah.
three game, and then they would release a remake of either Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, and then they'd have to release, Breath of the Wild 2. But I don't know. I mean, between the two, I'd say Ocarina of Time is gonna get the remake
Mm-hmm.
because that's the way better received one.
So
But I don't know. I
okay.
really feel like they're gonna have to do something with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Like, those are like two of the biggest games for Zelda, in my opinion, and they're gonna have to do something with those because they can't just they can't just release a collection without one of them at least.
Mhm.
And even then, I'd expect a remake. I don't know. That's all I gotta really say about that.
So this is a little bit of a reach. This is actually my friend Gavin's prediction that now I really think is a good idea. This is like my third time filming that. I filmed it with Gavin. There we go.
Yeah.
He was saying maybe either this year or next year they do something with Four Sword Adventures, like maybe doing a new Nintendo Switch online game. It'd be free.
Yeah.
Where like it's a new adventure. Nintendo's been promoting their online. He was talking about maybe in September we would see, either this September or next September, we would see a brand new Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventure game. It'd be free, and I don't know. I think we haven't seen that since Triforce Heroes. I think, which only had 3. I don't know if they would go back to that play style of having 3.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good idea though.
That would be a great idea, especially if it'd be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, like online exclusive thing for free. That would be a pretty good idea. And I mean, they really haven't done any of those like exclusive things. I'd say the only game that they've done exclusively so far, at least from what I've heard, is Tetris 99. I think that's the only online
Kirby.
exclusive game so far.
They made a free Kirby.
Oh yeah.
Game, which came out September of last year. So
yeah, so maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. I'd say they will. That sounds like a good idea.
And I think it makes sense. I don't know, just judging by the track record of Nintendo doing online games for free for the exclusivity of the Switch service. I guess it's one of those things that take a long time for it to get revealed, since we're making this video a year before the anniversary, so that's why it's ultimate predictions.
Didn't they like drop both like after the direct? Like they dropped Kirby after the direct, and then they dropped Tetris 99 after the direct, I believe.
Right. I think Tetris was like February, and then Kirby was in September.
Yeah. So yeah, if they do really reveal it, it's probably going to get dropped right after the direct.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that'll happen.
Well, that's all my predictions. Is there anything else?
I have no other I don't think I have any other predictions. If something were to go wrong, and maybe if they weren't to remake another 3D Zelda game, which, I mean, they're going to do the collection definitely, but if they weren't going to remake Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, they'd probably remake a 2D, like how they did Link's. I don't know. That feels like a bit of a reach since they just did remake a 2D game. But if they were to, I'd probably expect... That would be pretty cool if they ever remade the first one, but I don't know.
This is going to be a bit of a wild prediction. I know we're supposed to be hearing some news soon about the Mario Bros. Movie. I think soon for the 35th anniversary of Mario.
Yeah.
I think next year we're going to see the announcement of. I think it's Illumination making Mario. I think.
Yeah, Illumination.
I think we're going to see the early announcement. Maybe not. I don't know. This is a wild one, so I'm going to throw it out there. Announcement of Illumination working on a Legend of Zelda movie right after they make the Mario movie.
That would be a really good idea in my opinion. I've seen so many like fan creations of what a Zelda movie would be like. And I really think it would be a good idea for a movie. It would be great. I would prefer it to be a live action, but I don't know, that might be uncomfortable because like yeah, like how the Mario Bros had a live action movie, you know.
All right, well, I guess we both said what we have to say. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, well, actually, I should be having whatever Xbotter wants me to put. If you want to see more Xbotter-ness in the description, I don't know what I'll be putting. I'll ask him later after the video. But if you want to check Xbotter out, he will be in the description.
Oh yeah.
And make sure to / that subscribe button, like the video, comment what you think your expectations are for the Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary, and make sure to check out our Discord server. We are almost, I think at the time of this recording, we reached over 60 members, so hey, can we get 100 by the end of this year? That's the goal. We're going to try to be active on that. Anyways, guys.
Better make that goal.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.